Chris Roll and Sizzle. Real sports talk, y'all get to blowing your whistle. Mike's hair, dynamite, Joe might start a fight. Ain't a problem Chris can't fix. Sizzle's the shit.
That's so good.
Sizzle's the shit.
Rhythmic ball play.
Sizzle's the shit. Small bench, the whole rack. Sports talking stats till the day that we die. Fly, Eagles, fly. Win, lose, tie, draw. Pass the bros the ball. Forget what you heard. We in the house with the bros on birds. Sizzle's the shit.
Season 6 is here. We're back. Season 6. I can't believe it. It's crazy. We're all here, too. Paul's got a new background. What's up, sir?
Back. It
And
is
he's
so
muted.
good to be back. It's so I'm not mute. Did you mute
You
me?
were. No, you were. Mid-season form, brother.
Love you guys. Miss you guys. Ready for a new season, new beginnings. Here we go. Let's go.
Paul's got a new camera.
Mid-season form.
Preseason,
I love the
boys.
mute.
Free
I love the
preseason,
mute.
everybody.
That shit was too intense for you guys to hear. That's why I muted it. But yes, my camera is 4K-ish.
Rhythmic ball play.
I feel like my
Yeah.
voice is probably a little muddled, but here we are,
We'll work with it.
ready to go.
Chris is in a
Preseason.
new hotel with sunlight.
I mean, yeah, it is the sun. It is the surface of the sun outside. I'm in lovely Phoenix here, 115 degrees, but I am so happy to be back for Eagles football. So this is good.
We need the room service guy to set up the food behind you while you're live.
I will
That would be
turn the
amazing.
camera for that too, because
No, like tell him I want it back there. Just point to the table back there.
Yeah, right behind you.
we
You
might have a
put it on the
special
cup
guest on
chair.
tonight.
Joe's here. His background's not different. He's got a green shirt on though.
Yeah, I got a green shirt on. Have you guys ever gone to like City Field?
Nope.
No.
You've never been to
Never
City
been there.
Field?
I've
So-
never been to any New York stadium except for Giant Stadium.
I'm in
Yeah.
the Yankee Stadium.
So I went to City Field last weekend to see just a baseball game, like mess around New York City for a couple days. And I thought for sure that when you went to City Field and you watched the New York Mets and a player on the Mets hits a home run, that you're supposed to reach over to the guy to your right and give him a hand job. Apparently, that's not what happens. All they have is this
Okay.
app that comes up in center field. I was completely caught off guard.
So is the guy next to you. So is the guy. Somebody was happy.
Fuck the Mets. 17 games out.
Oh, that's
love it.
great.
I love it.
Well, we're at the final week of Eagles training camp. Tonight is actually the live, in-person, public access that you got to pay $10 to go to practice. And Friday's the final preseason game against, who are we playing? The Bengals.
Yeah.
Roster cut down right around the corner, and tonight we're going to talk a little bit about all that, what's going on, some storylines from camp, and maybe we'll talk about the 2 picks that Jalen Hurts has already thrown tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight?
They're already
Yeah.
talking about it on
Well,
WIP,
listen.
I think.
Yeah. But there's been a couple over the middle passing touchdowns that have happened tonight too. So we can bounce it out. We'll talk about that though tonight a little bit. But before that, we'll start off with Paul. He's got our first story of the year about the final week of camp and the public practice that I'm already talking about. Go ahead, Paul.
So as Mike talked about, yes, tonight is the final practice for preseason for the fans. Usually they used to do it twice a year. I miss those Lehigh days when I used to travel to Lehigh. They were fun. Did any of you guys go to Lehigh?
I
I
went
did it
One
once.
time.
Was a
One
kid.
time.
One time
yeah.
only.
Yeah, I went with T.O., so I left at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the line was already down the road. If you knew
Oof.
about anything about Lehigh, it was like one road in and one road out.
Mm-hmm.
So the traffic was insane. But
So
Yes.
you went with T.O.?
no, I didn't go
You went-
with T.O., but I did go with a group of friends. That was the
Okay.
good old days, though, man. But yeah. So like Mike said, the final practice is tonight for the fans. One chance to see, and then it was packed from the scenes on Twitter. It looked jam packed. So with the practice, it's going to be the final look for the press this week. So they had practice yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and then an off day Thursday, and then the final preseason game. And then we'll get into the that's when the cuts happen and all of that good stuff. The 53-man roster gets settled. I don't really think there's too many things that's up
Shocking.
for grabs other than the backup quarterback situation, but we'll get into that later.
But the thing I want to ask, like, for these public practices that they do once a year now, and they actually make you pay to go. Well, it's a donation. I'll take that back. It's a donation. but you still
Autism.
pay. Yeah.
Autism Foundation.
That's not. Autism Foundation. It's their foundation.
Yep.
But like, is it really a true practice that's going on right now, or is this
No.
just like, what can we do to show the fans something exciting?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, when I made the comment about the 2 picks, like, that's not really that big of a deal that he threw 2 picks in this practice for me, because he's just trying to be exciting on the field, right?
It's a good story, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get ran with. I mean, we already know that the New England Patriots fan base ran with everything that happened last week, because I saw so many tweets. Lost in the first day of group practice, lost the second day of group practice, lost the preseason game, and we have A.J. Brown. It's like, come on. But yeah, I don't really think, like, tonight, us watching it as fans, it's cool to see players, especially if you don't get to go to a game.
Yeah.
But, like, we're not seeing anything from this. It's going to be like a takeaway, in my opinion.
You're watching just extended 7-on-7 drill. That's really all it is. It's for, I don't know, however long they go, they're doing 7-on-7s. It's not even like a real practice. You know, I've never been to one, but from what I understand, they come out, they warm up, and then it's 7-on-7s for like 90 minutes. You get to see the starters go first, and then, you know, they start rotating in reserves kind of as it winds down. Yeah, it's just 7-on-7. I think it's good because, I mean, guys, you have a family of 4 and you want to go to an Eagles game, and let's say you sit upper level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking about like a $600 or $700 day at least, right?
At least.
Paul, what's face value on your seat? You sit lower,
About
upper
200.
level. What's
200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like $200. That's face value up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. So you're talking about $800 just for tickets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then $50 to park, $70 to park wherever you park.
Yep.
And then even if you don't eat anything, you're almost at $900.
Yeah,
It's
Insanity.
and well, Chris and I went to SmackDown a few weeks ago, and we were sitting in the seats just like watching, and somebody was walking around selling stuff, and all we heard was $18, and we were like, $18 for fucking popcorn, and then we looked over, we were like, no, that's for cotton candy. Cotton candy is $18.
Just sugar. Just sugar.
It's
Now
air.
you pile on this. The gritty run, right? I do the gritty run everywhere. They give you free tickets. Now they have a way to, like, you know, get lower level. I I got the gritty run, my free Flyers tickets, and then I was like, okay, I'll go lower level. Just to do the adder for lower level, it was like an additional $500. I said, what? These are supposed to be free.
We're giving you an opportunity to sit lower level, and you click on it, and it's like $485.
Yeah, way
Yeah.
to get your money,
What?
Philadelphia.
And the
Yeah.
concessions, you know, tonight were packed. You know, people
Oh, of
buying
course.
beers, food.
And I'm sure it was limited concessions tonight too. It wasn't like the full run. It was just the, few.
Probably lower
And it was
level was open. That's it.
The $30 chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Oh.
The $30 chicken.
Yeah, I'm
fingers.
exaggerating. They're not that much. I think they're like $18.
But as far
Well,
as
it might as well be.
as far as tonight goes, who's the player, if you guys did go, that you would key on tonight? Just if you had the opportunity to see him in
Oh,
practice.
if-
Is there
If
anybody?
I had to go,
We can go around the horn.
I'll go. It was it's the discounted merch is what I would look out for tonight.
Yeah, that is. They do have the sidewalk sale where you can get the $20 AJ Brown jersey.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, that is true.
I like that.
Remember that? That was a classic.
For me, Mekhi Lemon, it's the first one he's back, right? Like, I mean, he came back this week, and it's the first time it's the first time the public's going to get to see him, so that would be the big one. Because he was only there at the beginning of camp, and then he got hurt like right away.
Right away. He got hurt in OTAs.
Yeah. Joe?
To see.
I would really focus on the relationship between Jalen Hurts and his wide receivers, particularly A.J. Brown. He's not on the team anymore, right?
Got so confused right there. I was like, what's going on?
it's been so quiet. It's hard to even tell. There really hasn't been any real kind of off-season controversy news and whatnot, other than I think we're going to get into it a little bit later. Who's going to be the backup quarterback, which is like the kind of talk that you have on a normal football team that doesn't have the kind of nonsense going on that we've had for the last couple of years. So, but mostly just the kind of balls that Jalen Hurts is throwing in this offense compared to last year. Is he throwing more to the middle? He's throwing some interceptions. Remember last year, he didn't throw a single interception in camp, something like that. Who was that? Yeah. Was keeping track of it. Elliott Short Parks. He was keeping track of it every week. Oh, no interceptions for Jalen. Well, it's very risky.
That would be the time to take. Yeah, that'd be the time to take the chances and possibly throw an interception. But
so mostly just Jalen Hurts. His back's up against the wall this year. I guess it's like another prove-it year for him. He's had quite a few of those in his career in college and in the pros, and he's come through every time. So that's who I'd be paying attention to.
Who are we missing?
Jamal.
Me? So I was actually going to say, at first I was going to say McKee Lemon, but then it reminded me of a point that I didn't quite get out when we were first talking about his interceptions. My eyes will be on Jalen Hurts. I am not positive that these interceptions are necessarily a bad thing, because I'm hoping that means he's taking chances that he was unwilling to take when he was being conservative. And that is clearly not going to work in the current offense that we are trying to run. Honestly, I don't care if he looks bad taking chances for, I don't know, even into week 2 or week 3, as long as he can pull it together. I want to see him fully devoting himself to trying to be the kind of quarterback that fits in the offense that we're running, even if it means breaking a couple of eggs. So he would be the person I'd have my eyes on.
Yeah, and it looks like they're putting him in them uncomfortable situations. Yep. He's thrown over the middle a lot. And that's awesome. It's great, because that's what we want, right? Like, we want him to do that. Yeah. And they're saying that, he looks faster now, too. I've heard a couple things. They're saying he looks a lot faster when he breaks out of the pocket. So
I've heard it.
Maybe it will be. I mean, I am actually excited again for this year. I wasn't really excited for last year. It was kind of just, it is what it was. But this year, definitely I am excited.
One thing that I said before we started recording, if I was coaching staff, I would tell Jalen Hurts this year, if you throw one interception every game, that's on the house. We're not even going to talk about it, because we want you to take the chances and operate the offense the way it needs to be operated. And now, not an expert, but it seems like it's a little bit more wide open. You're throwing the ball in the middle a little bit more. Interceptions are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I said I think we're going to see some games where he throws for 300 with 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. We're going to see that a few times this year, I think, and that might not necessarily be a bad thing.
I don't think so either. And I think that actually segues in perfectly to story number 2 that Jamal has, talking about our new wide receiver room and the absence of one A.J. Brown. But we did get some of that excitement back last week when we played them. But anyway, let's talk about the new room.
Yes, Devontae Smith and McKee Lemon are back. Very exciting, very exciting. The wide receiver room looks very different. Based on a story from Philly Voice and Bleeding Green Nation. Devontae Smith and rookie McKee Lemon returned as full practice participants on Monday for the first time since August 3rd. Lemon reportedly went right back in with the first team offense and got targets immediately, including work against Cooper DeJean. Lemon has also talked about needing to be more professional off the field, which is worth discussing because missing most of camp as a first-round rookie puts pressure on how quickly he can earn the trust of his quarterback, and the rest of the offense for that matter. The receiver room now has 2 stories at once, getting healthy at the top and figuring out who survives at the bottom. I mean, obviously, McKee Lemon and Devontae Smith flow right to the top of everybody's minds when it comes to the receivers. But we also have a couple other guys in there who are new. Wicks. What is his first name? I know
it's not Devontae. It's
it's Davion or something.
Davion, yeah, Davion.
Davion.
Or just say brick hands, because he drops a lot of balls.
but supposedly him and Jalen have been forming a little bit of a bond. Dontavian
Wicks. Yes.
Him and Jalen have supposedly formed a little bit of a bond relationship, and they were saying while Lemon was out, that he was looking like he was an easy fit for number 2.
No,
And then
it's a
we
scapegoat.
also have Hollywood Brown. I just don't think he's as fast as people, or he used to be. And I
No.
don't. But the what's his name kid looks good.
Cooper.
Why?
Cooper?
Cooper, thank you.
Cooper.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been showing out,
He
man.
looks very physical. He looks like I'm not going to say he is AJ Brown level, but that type of receiver, the physical receiver that can go up and grab a ball and push somebody around. He looked good last week in the preseason game.
No, he definitely did. Asking you guys though, because obviously Lemon is the big ticket item that we picked up in the draft, and a lot of people are very concerned. How badly do you think 3 weeks off has hurt this man when it comes to when he starts week 1? Because he's probably going to, I don't know if he'll start week 1, but he'll be in. How do you think he's going to look with so little practice at NFL level?
I can start if you guys.
Yeah, good.
It hurts a lot for wide receivers. Missing 3 weeks of camp as a rookie is really puts you at a disadvantage because historically, as a rookie, as a wide receiver in the NFL, a lot of times it takes a couple years for it to really click. And missing camp, learning a new offense, getting a relationship with that quarterback, playing at game speed, not doing that really hurts a rookie. So I would ask people to be patient with McKee Lemon. Give it a few weeks. I would say give it half a year before you really start seeing meaningful production from this guy. Playing wide receiver in the NFL is so hard because the cornerbacks are so good compared to what you face in college.
You're going against what, the top 2% of the cornerbacks that you ever saw in college?
You're basically, you're going to basically be playing against probably one of the best corners that you ever played against in college every single week.
Yeah, and the shittiest cornerback you're going against is the best cornerback you played in college at some point.
Yep. Yeah. So it takes a while for these guys to learn, especially if you're going up against older guys who's got years in the league. They know a lot of tricks. They know how to get inside your head. You know, he's got a lot to learn, and I think he's going to be a solid player, but he's going to need some time. So just be patient. They're going to have to lean on guys like Hollywood Brown and Wicks a lot more than hopefully they do down the road, especially maybe this entire first season, but at least for the first half. I'd be very surprised if he came out on fire and putting up numbers like in the beginning of the season.
I mean, he had a walk-in touchdown tonight, but that's again
7 on 7.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if that's really a thing or not to think about. But I don't know. I think I agree with you. I think him not being able to be playing at game speed or NFL level speed for the first 5 weeks is really going to hurt him.
To kind of piggyback off of Joe with the patience thing, that's kind of how I'm looking at the whole season, not just at McKee Lemon. I think you nailed it where this is a disadvantage for a rookie wide receiver in missing those reps. But the patience, to me, there is, going back earlier to AJ Brown not being here and making jokes about it, this whole season to me, patience. Like I'm so looking forward to this season. I'm not sure what to expect going into it, but I am going into this season with that much patience because I feel like the nucleus is rebuilt and it's going to take a little time to get that that cohesiveness back together, and it's going to be a little bit bumpy, but I'm excited for it. So if he produces right away, that's fantastic. I just think that's more luck than anything. But this is going to take some time to get right, not just McKee, but the whole team.
One more thing about McKee Lemon in practice, I hope they're telling guys like Cooper DeJean and Quignon to really put it on him because he's not going to be playing against guys of that level in the NFL. And if they dominate him in practice and teach him when he's playing against a lesser corner, and we all know in the NFL there are plenty of corners that aren't nearly as good as the two guys we have, it will help him in the long run. So they need to really put it on his ass in practice all year. Every time you have a rep against Lemon, I want everything. That's what the coaches, hopefully that's what they're saying to Quignon and Cooper DeJean.
And put it on his ass. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Got anything, Paul? Got anything, Paul?
I think Paul's vibing.
He's fine.
Shit, he's vibing out, baby. Well, while Paul vibes, I do have one last question about this receiver room because obviously the the big draft pick, and Devontae both suffered from hamstring injuries that really, really hampered their preseason. Are y'all worried? Hamstrings are the kind of injury that will pop up out of nowhere and eliminate 2 to 4 weeks of a receiver's season or any player's season. How concerned should we be about these injuries?
I'm more concerned about McKee Lemon than and just because of how it affected the rest of his camp and his time and his reps. But Devontae Smith doesn't really need the camp reps. He's a vet at this point.
Yeah.
So that's just him.
You just need him to knock a little bit of rust from the off season off, but that wouldn't take.
And he's doing that over the next 2 weeks. You know what I mean? He's going to be fine
because he played last week in the practices against the second day. I think he came back and practiced against the Patriots.
Yeah, and wide receivers in the NFL, there's a lot of them play with kind of screwed up hamstrings like the whole year. Like their hammies are always bothering them. So this could be just one of those. If it was like regular season game reps, you're playing the Commanders next week. Smith is going to be in there. You know what I mean? He's going to be ready he's going to play the game. But it's preseason camp. He doesn't need the reps. He doesn't need the work. He's a vet now, so you just let him sit out. Let him get to be 100%.
But all right, so and Jamal, I don't know if you're going to ask this, but do we think McKee's got the second sewed up?
No.
How? Yeah,
he's a slot receiver. I don't think he's a number 2.
Who goes to the number 2 spot? Hollywood
Brown?
Not Dontavian?
Well, it's a battle between them two. I think they might see equal playing time, but I think right now Hollywood Brown's at the top of the depth chart for the second wide receiver. Lemon is a slot receiver, which for all intents and purposes in most offenses is a starting wide receiver because they're on the field for 75% of the plays. So,
but we've had a luxury the past couple of years though.
But does he get that 3 spot, or is it Smitty, Dontavian, and Hollywood Brown?
No, he's going to play in the slot because that's what they drafted him to be. I'm pretty sure they drafted him to play in the slot. So he needs the reps. Even if he isn't productive in the slot, he's going to get the reps. Because one thing he should be able to do right now is beat a linebacker. And that's what happens to your slot receiver. Sometimes a linebacker, outside linebacker, has to cover you if you're in man coverage or whatever. You can force it. It's a mismatch. He needs to be able to beat those guys like right now, and I think he can. So it's good for him to get early success. Even if he is beating the crap out of linebackers that are, not nearly as quick as he is.
Well, if we ever have to go to a backup quarterback and see who throws to him, Chris is going to tell us a little bit about Tanner McKee and the roster turning and the final preseason game. Maybe talk a little bit about the Red Rocket.
How do I tell a story, Wormsy? How we talk about the Red Rocket here? Tanner McKee. Okay. So the backup quarterback situation remains a camp story with Tanner McKee continuing to be watched closely as the team heads towards the final preseason game. So in here, what we have is who's been starting more, Tanner McKee or is it the Red Rocket right now?
The Red Rifle.
The Red Rocket.
His name is Dog Boner. Okay.
Who would have thought we'd have the Red Rocket versus the Jewish Bazooka? Like, why don't they talk about this?
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now.
Who was the Jewish bazooka?
The Jewish bazooka.
Who was that?
That was Tanner McKee.
Yeah. He's not even Jewish, right?
No. He was the Polish. We found out
he was the Mormon missile.
The Mormon missile. But it was also.
That's right. And Mike was like, was he the Jewish bazooka?
No. Jamal called him the Jewish bazooka. So we made a t-shirt for it.
Yeah.
I still loved him, even if he was the Jewish bazooka.
So oh my God.
So we've got official backup quarterback controversy. Who are we going with?
I mean, right now, I want to call him the dinner. I want to call him the Red Rockets. Like it's really, but right now it's Andy Dalton. He's played as the backup in every preseason game as of right now, and he looks fucking horrible. He looks god awful. Like
it's over. It's over for him.
So
I mean, good.
I have a theory about what they're doing. I think if it gets down to a point where Jalen Hurts needs to miss a game or two, and you really need to win these games, and it's later in the season, I don't think it's going to be Andy Dalton. I think it'll be Tanner McKee.
It's got to be.
Okay.
It's got to be.
I think what they're probably doing right now is the quarterback. What's the name of the guy that they drafted? I forget. The dude from
the
North
new
Dakota.
kid. Yeah.
Cole Payton.
Cole
Yeah.
Payton.
Great name. It's like, it's like the running back.
Yeah.
2 great porn names.
And we'll talk about him too.
2 great porn names.
Number 1 is hard.
Cole Payton.
Interesting prospect this guy is. A lot of teams are keeping their eye on him. So I think the Eagles ideally would like to keep.
They're keeping their eye on Andy Dalton or Cole Payton?
I think they would like to keep all 3 quarterbacks on the roster. But to do that, one of them would have to go to the practice squad. Tanner McKee ain't going to the practice squad. He'll get claimed.
Yeah.
You don't play Cole Payton or whatever his name is. Wasn't it Cole Payton? If you don't play Cole Payton, you can probably sneak him just onto the practice squad.
Because they'll never see him.
He doesn't get any reps. Nobody really knows. You might be able to sneak him on there. So that may be what they're trying to do.
Maybe. Or are they trying, or was the initial thought to parade the red rocket out there, get people excited for it?
He was available.
Nobody.
Anybody could have signed
They're
him.
like, look at that thing. It's huge.
Why would we draft Cole Payton then just to put him on the practice squad? And when you have, Andy Dalton as your third on that, I don't understand that.
Andy Dalton.
We drafted Jalen Hurts when we had Carson Wentz, and we thought he was going to be an MVP. Remember?
Yeah, but we kept Jalen Hurts on the team though, right? He didn't go.
Why did we draft Jalen Hurts?
But why would you put Cole Payton?
But I get what you're saying. Jalen went on the field during preseason and played. Like, you're going to stow away, what's his name, to the practice? Cole Payton.
I'm trying to justify maybe why they're doing what they're doing and not naming Tanner McKee and giving this other guy more time. Because I test Andy Dalton should be cut.
Is there a relationship? Is there a relationship between Sean Mannion? Is there a relationship between Sean Mannion and Andy Dalton?
Not that I know of.
Where did Andy Dalton come? Where did he come from?
Since he was a Bengal for a long time.
No, that was a long time ago.
1,000 years ago. I think he was on Dallas for a little bit.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah. He's been on like every team.
Dalton stats. Let's go back. Carolina. He was recently in Carolina.
Yeah, he was down there.
North
He
Carolina,
may get cut though.
Carolina, New Orleans, Chicago, Dallas, Cincinnati.
Wow.
Cincinnati from 11. Dan, how old is he? He was in Cincinnati from 11 to 19. Dallas in 20.
This is like his 16th year in the league or something.
Dallas in 20, Chicago in 21, New Orleans in 22, Carolina 23, 24, and 25. Andy Dalton is age 38. That's not right. 38, 1987, 30? Yeah, I guess
he's 38.
Yeah.
Yep.
He does like the exact opposite of Joe Flacco, though. He comes on teams and he just fucking sucks. I don't think he ever makes any impact on any team. Like Joe Flacco will at least like pretend like he's going to take him somewhere for a little bit.
He had so he had a couple decent years in Cincinnati. So his second year they were 10-6, 11-5, 10-5, 10-3.
I think the last time they won a playoff game, he was their quarterback.
Yeah, and then he went to Dallas. He was 4-5 in Dallas. He played 11 games. And then in Chicago, he played 8 games. He was 3-3. In New Orleans, he played 14 games.
I don't even remember that.
6-8 in 2022.
Yep.
He played 3 games in Carolina, and he didn't finish them. He was 1-0.
Jesus.
1-4 in the second year he was there, and 1-0 again. Yeah,
he's not good.
No. And what did he do? What did he even do last year? Let's look. He had 25 completions on 37 attempts in 4 games. He was 67% for completion percentage. He had 293 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His longest pass was 33 yards. Yeah.
He had a 70.
He had a 70. Was his QBR? He didn't even get 13.1.
Yeah.
With an 89.1 rate. Yeah, he's not going to make it.
Yeah, I think we're looking at this shit wrong. They're running them out there so much
to see.
Like, yeah.
Like, all right, maybe there is a chance, and they were like, no, they have to. I mean, we'll see who plays. I mean, we'll see who starts. He's going to start tomorrow or Friday.
Does Cole Payton see any time on the field?
I think they say he's gonna play the fourth quarter.
Good.
Cole Payton. That's a great name.
Cole Payton.
That is a great name. Him and what's the other kid's name? Something Steele.
Cameron Steele or something.
No, it's like
Cameron
it's like
Steele.
no, it's really bad. It's really horny.
Jonathan Steele would be solid.
Carson Steele.
Carson Steele. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. That's in the trending bar.
That's like that's like the dudes from Boogie Nights. Remember when they made the movie?
Yeah. Feel my heat.
And the one guy's name was like Chess Rockwell, and the other guy's name was fucking what was that? John C. Reilly's name?
Brock Landers.
No, Brock Landers and
Chess Rockwell and Chet Rockwell.
Chet Rockwell or something like that. Yeah.
Brock Landers
and Chet.
Great names.
Brock Landers and Chet Rockwell. Feel my heat.
Yeah.
They also covered the Transformer song.
You got the touch.
Yes.
Got the power.
Greatest scene in all movie history, and it's the only reason I like Sister Christian. Every time I hear that song, I just think of the guy in the kimono throwing fireworks.
Yep.
That's so gay.
Again, great. I love that movie. Love that movie. My wife just saw that movie for the first time a year ago. Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's a classic.
She's like, really? I was like, you like porn? You're going to love this movie.
Yeah. That movie's wild, man. Fucking wild.
All right. Where are we going next?
To wrap this up, though, we got Eagles have continued to make bottom of the roster moves. This is for the other roster churn. They signed DB Jalen Mahoney and running back Jordan Mims after releasing safety JT Gray and waiving running back, what's that, Jaquandon Jackson.
Jaquandon Jackson.
There you go. Johnny Wilson has also been waived.
Yeah, Johnny Wilson's gone.
Wow.
The Johnny Wilson hype train is over.
Over.
Done.
He got lost in the mix, man. Cooper Khan stole his thunder.
Yeah, he's done. And so then at the end of it, Friday night, this preseason finale is the last audition for QB2, which we kind of went through here. So really, it's the last piece here. Is there any spots unsettled? And I think we went through some of the wide receiver, but running back, DB, edge. Is there anything else that we think is going to be shaken up moving into this last preseason game?
I think the starters are set. Depth wise, there's going to be a lot that probably changes, but I don't know for sure who's on the bubble or not. It's been so quiet. This year's been the quietest training camp in a long time.
Yeah.
It's why we kind of haven't been that motivated to get back on and get back doing this, because if AJ Brown was pissing in people's Wheaties again, or making weird comments, and the press is holding Jalen up to the wall and asking him uncomfortable questions, and he's saying what he says, about litter boxes and taking a shit and whatever else he has said in the past, then we'd be talking a little bit more about it. But it's been quiet, so
Jalen Hurts
kind of hard to tell.
Like a cat.
I've enjoyed this all season. I've enjoyed it's been it's been a relief. Like I feel like there's been so much drama with the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts is going to play like a cat, but a cat, when you move this litter box, he's just going to shit on the floor.
He did it. He did a lot of that last year, unfortunately.
Yeah, he did.
They kept moving the litter box, man.
All right, let's talk about Jalex Hunt and Moro Jomo. Defensive front remains one of the most encouraging parts of camp, especially Jalex Hunt and Moro Jomo, where we're both highlighted again after Monday's practice. Hunt has been one of the most consistent names of camp and looks like he can be more than just a rotational development edge. Jomo continues to flash matters because the Eagles need interior depth that can keep the pass rush rolling when the starters rotate out. This is the good stamp camp storyline that can become real in September because defensive line depth does travel. It's been really, really good to hear both of their names being shouted out a lot during training camp this year and in the preseason games. I mean, Jalex Hunt's had a couple interceptions too, besides the hits.
I have a prediction for these two. This is going to be at the end of the year. Milton Williams and who's the other guy we lost?
Beck?
No.
Defensive lineman. Defensive lineman.
Mm.
We lost 2 defensive linemen, I think, last season.
Damn.
And it was like everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, guys, we just can't keep all these guys. They're going to make a lot of money.
He went to Chicago, I think.
I think that's what's going to happen at the end of the year. These guys are going to show out. They're going to have great years.
They're gone.
They're going to be gone.
Jalen Phillips?
Yeah. That. It's going to be that again, I think. These guys are great. Why can't they keep, but.
But we only brought him in for, and he was only the 1-year rental, Jalen Phillips, right? He came in last year and that was it.
He came in at the trade deadline, did he not?
Yeah, or in camp, but I can't remember. It was early, but he played well. I mean, I'm not going to knock him.
He was huge. He did great.
But for you guys, out of these two, who's kind of starting to change your opinion? I kind of was always high on Jalex Hunt, so I was happy to hear that he's doing well. So I don't know if he changed my opinion got changed on him, but I think maybe Jomo because I had no hopes.
I'm with
I had nothing for him.
Right. I'm with you on a Jomo. To me, Jalex Hunt, I've been on Jalex Hunt for the last 2 years. I've known he's been a really solid player. If he makes the next step this year, all the better, especially for him. But yeah, Jalex Hunt is not a surprise to me, or I don't think anybody else who follows the team.
No,
Jomo.
This is expected though. I don't know what it is. I feel like this is the recipe for the Eagles. It just takes them a couple seasons. They develop. They do great. They don't sign them, and they already have someone in the wings ready to go. This is a recipe that has been working. So to me, whoever's in the think about the what's his name, Uar, right? The Nigerian dude. This guy's going to take a couple years, but by the time these guys are going,
can we talk about how big that motherfucker is? When I didn't realize he was in the game the other night, I was like, oh shit, that's that Nigerian dude. He's huge.
It's unreal.
It's the same thing. It's these two guys are, Milton Williams and whatever 2.0. And then they'll leave. And then right behind them, we have this Nigerian monster. Can we just start calling him what's his face from WWE?
Oh, Oba?
Obafemi.
We got Obafemi and fucking the Vanilla Gorilla who's starting to really show out this year.
Yeah, what's that kid's name?
They're next up. I forget. He's just a Vanilla Gorilla.
Oh my god. They should put them in a Brock and a Jomo, or not Jomo.
They look like Brock Lesnar and fucking Obafemi.
Yeah, it's going to be like Sunday night's main event. Oba versus
Brock.
What the hell's his name? Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Yeah. So yeah, Jalex Hunt being a breakout candidate. I think he's already broken out. I think the league already knows who that guy is.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Who is that white vanilla kid? What the hell is his name?
He had a nice game against New England
last week. He did, yeah. He had damn it! I thought I had it on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of who it is. Is it Robinson or something?
You're not going to need to know his name until next year.
Yeah, that's very true. We're not, or halfway through this year when somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. What about you, Chris and Jamal? What do you think? I mean, more Jamal because Chris kind of gave an answer. But what do you think about these two? And is one of them more expected than the other?
So I think it would be unfair to put crazy expectations on both of them. I'm kind of along the lines where you guys were though, where Jalen Hunt stood out. He's made some plays. He's made it known that he could potentially be the real deal. Where Moro Jomo, I feel like he had some flashes here and there, but I'm not expecting nearly as much out of him as I would Jalen. If Moro Jomo takes that next step this year, it would shock me a little bit more. It would catch me more off guard. Yeah, I would say that Jalex is the guy I would expect this type of shit out of. And if they both come out firing on all cylinders, it's going to be an exciting year. I feel like they should be starting to enter their prime. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Yeah,
But
if these two guys are good, this defense is right now. It's a really good defense, but this defense is an absolute nightmare. If these two guys are both really productive,
Ty Robinson,
the Vanilla Gorilla,
the Vanilla Gorilla. Yeah. Okay.
That's his nickname. 6'5", man. He's a monster.
The Vanilla Gorilla.
I think we got to say vanilla.
Yeah, say vanilla.
Vanilla Gorilla.
You got to pronounce it vanilla.
All right. Can I call him the porcelain powerhouse? Okay.
I would prefer that actually. We can start that. We can start that. The porcelain powerhouse. The Caucasian conquistador.
The Caucasian conqueror. The Caucasian colonizer.
Jesus. My God. We're getting out of hand now. What's the next story we got going on? Joe, let's talk about. Oh, great. Joe, let's talk about controversy in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's not controversy here. This is more controversy.
After the. Take it away, Joe.
Wouldn't be an episode if I didn't say something like that. So. Mid-season form for me too. All right, so Cleveland's quarterback controversy: Watson, Shador, Sanders, and the maturity gap. So we all know Cleveland has been one of the weirdest quarterback stories in the league. Deshaun Watson, Shador Sanders split and alternated first-team work during camp, but Watson appears to be the choice to open the season, and he was actually named the choice, I think, on Monday. Watson was booed during preseason action and then made comments that rubbed the people the wrong way. He later apologized and clarified.
Look at
that. He's going to rub them no matter what.
Was I gone?
No, Deshaun Watson rubbed people the wrong way. Did you not get your own pun? Come on.
I didn't. He's usually the one getting rubbed the wrong way, not.
No, he did it the other way around now.
Watson was booed during preseason action and then made comments that rubbed people the wrong way. He later apologized and clarified that he was not talking about all Browns fans. Did you guys hear what he said?
No. What did he say?
Absolute insanity. They asked him about the boos after the game, and he's like, well, I think it's more personal than it is about the performance. And he's not wrong about that.
No, of course it's not.
But he said, the last time I played on this field, I tore my ACL. And the crowd cheered. They were happy I got hurt. And he went on basically to say Cleveland fans are basically assholes.
Horrible. They're assholes.
After
he got a lot done to his asshole.
Yeah. So the controversy is bigger than one bad preseason game. Browns fans are still carrying years of frustration. The trade costs, the guaranteed money, the injuries, the off-field baggage, and the lack of playoff games on the field. Shador Sanders, meanwhile, has handled the situation with a surprising amount of maturity. His public message has been about development, improving day by day, and staying ready instead of forcing drama. So, after what Watson said on Saturday, he should have been released. He shouldn't even be on the team. That's how just incendiary these comments were. If you haven't seen them, go on YouTube. They're there. You can see them. They're bad. I've never seen an active professional player talk about their fans in this manner. Shador Sanders. I've criticized him since he was in college. I thought he was overrated. I didn't think he was nearly as good. I didn't think he warranted a first-round pick. He's not a fifth-round pick, but he definitely wasn't a first-round pick. All that being said, he deserves his shot. He deserves a fair shot.
Well, and he was not named the starter, too, correct?
He wasn't.
Yeah.
No. Deshaun Watson is. And I don't care. Like, I think, I forget who said it. One of the ESPN commentators said it. Said, like, just if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, just don't go to the game. Yeah. I know it hurts. Just stop. Just don't go. Put your tickets up. Do whatever you got to do.
It kind of sucks anyway.
It does. It's a shitty stadium. Fun fact about the stadium, though. The Cleveland Browns are going to open a new stadium in the same area in 2029. If the trend holds, that will be like the first NFL stadium to ever open and close to never host a postseason game.
Oh
That's
my
how
God.
bad. That is how bad this organization has been to that fan base.
That
to allow
would
this
be,
to
that's,
slip.
we need this to happen.
And to allow this to slip and them not just cut this fucking guy from the team is crazy. I know there's a lot of money involved and everything else, but you just cannot have a player say something like that. The apology he said when he came back on, I think it was Tuesday, or no, it was Monday, after he was named the starter, he came back out and talked to the team. He kind of tried to clear it up a little bit. And it was, I think, a genuine apology. But he's got to just, it's a toxic relationship at this point. I don't think there's anything that can repair it.
He didn't
No,
have any
he's-
leash to begin with. He didn't have any leash to like take that.
No.
I mean, maybe with the team he did, Chris, like with ownership, but I mean, publicly he didn't have anything, and I think that's what this is all about. This is just they paid him a ton of money. The ownership paid him a ton of money, so they're making him play. They want him to play. They're trying to get a return on their investment, and it's stupid. Just cut your loss. It is what it is.
It's gone.
Now.
The investment's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. He shouldn't even be on the team. You shouldn't even be having this conversation about him being the starter, them getting money on their investment. Like, do we think that there's even a chance that Deshaun Watson's going to be effective? No. So just cut him. Just part ways with him, and it's over.
Wait, Joe, when is the last time he played? Like, really?
Deshaun Watson, he played last year. He tore his ACL.
That was last year?
Yeah.
His record as the Browns quarterback is 9-10. He's played 19 games in 4 years.
Jeez. I didn't even realize he was on the field last year. That's how far I thought.
It was really just early in his career, right? Like it was early in the season.
Yeah, his first few seasons with the Texans was most of his time with the Texans. He was electric. He was really good.
He was very good. He was amazing with the Texans.
But then he had that off the field stuff going on where, we all know about that. And, Texans kind of just got rid of him and he wound up going to Cleveland and they gave him a guaranteed deal, made him the highest paid player of all time at the time. Bad move. Cleveland's just a bad organization, and they're just kicking the fan base in the nuts. People that just don't deserve it anymore. They've been kicked in the nuts enough.
Yeah.
And did Cleveland make a football decision? Yeah, they made a football decision. They have a $90 million investment, and they want to see, what they have. But that's not the right thing to do in this case.
No, I agree.
And another thing for Shador Sanders, how he's handled this, I am very impressed with, and I'm actually starting to root for this kid. The fan base in Cleveland wants him, and he is going to get a shot because Deshaun Watson's going to fucking stink the place up these first 2 road games. Week 3, Shador Sanders is a starter in Cleveland.
That's pretty good for him.
Yeah. I think. Good.
Yeah, I was going to say, he mentioned Shador, and I was probably negative on him on the podcast last year, I'm sure. I've really taken the Joe Road when it comes to Shador Sanders, and maybe I got there a little bit earlier. I was impressed last year how he would deflect most questions, and he's always been fairly good in the media, and whether it was on purpose or not, he certainly distanced himself from his father.
No, he was cocky with the media. Colorado, you didn't see it because that fan base out there was so friendly and starving for any kind of success. It was softball questions, and he was never really pressed out there because they were coming to save the program, and they kind of did. But, when he first got to Cleveland, his first couple of press conferences there, what he said at the draft, like the guy's been immature. And he's never been coached by anyone but his dad. You know what I mean? So it's a completely different situation. He's definitely grown over this last year. I can see the way he's handling this. And it isn't fair for him because he deserves a fair shot at making this work. The odds are stacked against him. I don't believe he's going to turn into anything special, but he deserves a fair chance. And all this shit going on around him, it's not fair for him to have to manage this and deal with it. But he does, and he's handling it like a champ so far.
He's doing it well. He really is. And I didn't think that he had that in him. Because honestly, all I saw was like a little rich kid. By a mega superstar. And you were born with these genetics that most guys just don't ever get a chance to fucking actually get. And it's carried you for most of your career. I didn't know if he had that extra gear. And we are still yet to see that. But I was impressed on how he started dealing with the media as opposed to how he had done prior.
Yeah, go look at these press conferences from all this situation. Start with, Watson's post-game presser right after the game, and then, listen to Shador Sanders talk on Monday afternoon after he found out he wasn't going to be the starter, even though he's absolutely outplayed this guy in the preseason. Just hands down, he's outplayed him. Higher passer rating, has thrown the only touchdown this team has scored in preseason was off of the Shador Sanders throw. He has thrown 2 picks, and Watson's only thrown 1. So I won't. That's a good argument. But overall, Shador Sanders has actual. There's a potential for him to have an actual future where everyone knows that Deshaun Watson is done.
He's good.
Like everybody knows he's done.
The milk's gone bad.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to ask. Now, if he comes out and puts up fucking 300, 350 yards a game, 3-4 touchdowns, minimal interceptions, do people forget that
All's forgiven.
Oh, they get back rubs.
They're 2-0. They're 2-0 going into week 3. He's the starter. He's got 6 touchdown passes and 610 yards or something.
Hand and Stone give him a gift card.
Yeah, he's getting Hand and Stone gift cards.
Like it never happened.
He said Hand and Stone.
All right, let's go real quick. Rapid fire. Let's go around the Eagles line here. Joe, McKee Lemon, confidence check, level 1 through 10. What's his week 1 impact going to be?
1. No
Small.
impact.
I'll go 2.
Chris.
3.
Paul.
Mike.
Good job. I'm gonna go with to 1.
Ugh.
Joe, one Eagle whose stock is up after camp for you.
Moro Jomo.
Okay. Mo?
Carson Steele. We haven't talked about him.
Well,
Carson Steele. There's no way. They have to keep him on the roster. There's no way he slips into a practice squad spot.
No way. He's not going to make it. He won't
way.
make it through. He's our Scattaboo.
Yep.
He's our scat.
He's a retard like him too. Did you see him talk?
Yeah, dude.
Like
you're allowed to say that now.
He's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll do what I want.
Jamal.
I want to
Stay away from stereotypical slang.
I'm going to go with Dontavian Wicks. I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's who
Wicks,
you're.
man. I've heard positive things, and honestly, when we got him, I'm like, it's going to be another flame out wide receiver who's probably like running out of gas or some shit. No, I've heard good things. It seems like he's made a bit of a connection with Jalen. I think that he could be a solid receiver for the team.
Chris?
My standout, I was going to go with the, what's his name? Carson Steele, because of all the the backwards. I'm going to go Sean Mannion over here, right? The team is clicking.
Okay.
I think there's no drama. The dust is settled. I'm gonna go Sean Mannion, as in he's pulling it together, and you're gonna see a new version of Jalen.
I'm gonna go Darius Cooper. I think there's been some good things about this kid, wide receiver wise. But yeah, we'll go with that. Sorry, I just got a big pop up on my screen that said Paul's recording has stopped.
No fantasy ball with Paul this week.
I was still playing the intro because you guys need to hear it.
Well, he's lost in the void.
One Eagles player whose roster spot you're worried about, Joe. Who isn't going to make it? I know mine. I'm just going to.
Britton Covey.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be a sneaky cut.
Jamal?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I have one. Come back to me.
All right, Chris.
I'm in the same thing. Like, who am I scared of that they cut? Is like I don't think I have I don't know if I care if they cut anyone else that I want it that's on the edge. I like the top guys that they have, so there's not really I don't really have a fear whoever they cut. Like, there's no one I'm holding on for that's gonna save us to the promised land.
Andy Dalton.
What? I'll tell you.
Yeah,
that hard.
I
was gonna go with Andy Dalton. That
if
was
they
gonna
put
be
Cole
my...
Payton on the practice squad,
That's
that's the one I don't want to happen. I don't want that to happen.
mine is Carson Steele.
Yeah.
Carson Steele.
Worried they're going to cut him. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to skip this one. Way too early gut feeling. Are the Eagles better, worse, or different, or any different than last year? Joe, same order.
I think they're going to be better. Just gut feeling. And that might not be good because I'm usually the one that says they're going to lose all the time. Yeah. I think they're going to be better this year than last year. I don't know. There's people talking about, there's Super Bowl. That I'm not well, let's pump the brakes and let's enjoy the ride. If we get there, fantastic. If we don't, a deep playoff run
Jamal?
is good.
As soon as you asked that question, I don't know if you saw the pain on my face.
Oh,
Because,
really?
well, so here's the thing. I feel like it's inappropriate to lie to our fans. You know what I mean? Bros and Bears were a trusted institution. It's been I don't know how many years now. I have to be honest. I feel worse. I felt it. I've tried to bury it. I can't get around it. I think this could potentially be a 9-1 season. Now, given I'm probably not going to predict that when we get into our predictions because it's not what I want, and I feel like putting energy into this shit means a lot. As a fan, I got to be positive. But if you want my uncensored, completely honest feeling about it, I'm worried. I'm worried that this offense is going to take a little bit longer to click than it needs to. I'm worried that certain moves on defense, like we don't know anything about how our strong safety is going to be. His name is lost on me for Akuba. Nakua, we don't know. We don't know. He looked promising. He's looked promising this year, but he looked promising last year and then kind of fell into a bunch of rookie shit. I am, I'm worried.
One thing to be concerned about is the lack of Reed Blankenship back there.
Absolutely.
He was a steadying force in the
Yeah,
secondary.
I forgot about that.
He was the leader
Absolutely.
I
of
forgot
the
about that.
secondary. So he's
Where did he go?
Reed. He signed with the Texans.
Yeah.
He got money.
He got paid.
Yeah. Chris, what are you thinking? Good, better, worse, indifferent?
They're worse. They're going to be worse this year.
Uh-huh.
Only my main reason is the O line. I'm terrified. The defense. I'm confident they'll pull it together. They'll figure it out. And then this is a year where Jalen, you got Sean Mannion's he's pulling it together. I just feel like the injury bug is going to kick in this year, which I'm not looking forward to, and it's just going to be a rough ride. So I think overall it's a worse year, but at the end of it, it'll be more promising heading out of it. This is going to be a bumpy ride the way I'm looking at this season.
Just one other thing to take away from this: if Jalen Hurts doesn't have a really good year, they're turning the page on this guy.
Oh,
Yep.
I agree.
Everybody's
I
ready
absolutely
for
agree.
that.
100%.
Yep.
They will
I
not
agree.
renew him. He'll play here probably for another season, and then we'll be changing.
And I absolutely agree. And I think we said at the end of the year, I don't think Mannion was brought in as a candidate to replace the coach if it's a bad year. Mannion was brought in as a complement to the coach to replace the quarterback if it's a bad year.
Yep.
I think so. And again, just so everybody's clear, I am betting that Jalen Hurts is going to break out.
Oh, I do too. I totally
always
think
has
so.
in this situation. Every time he has stepped up. So,
100%.
But I do think that the office would rather have, if they're both bad, or if he's bad, the office would rather have Nick than Jalen. If I said that right. I think I said it right. Like I think I think they have more trust in Nick than they do Jalen.
Yeah.
For me, I think they're going to be better. I think, especially if knowing now that we are the league candidate to bring Hassan Reddick into the organization, and if he comes back, that just tells you everything was true. Yeah. Everything was true, and he came back because that guy was gone. And with that much of a shit that was going on in the locker room, massive distraction to the team, and makes sense to why all the shit that happened last year. Last thing we were going to do, but it seems like Paul disappeared. We were going to start a new segment this year, and it was going to be called Fantasy Ball with Paul. And I created 2 intros for him. And right now I'm going to play those 2 intros, and we can vote to say which one we want to be the official Fantasy Ball with Paul soundtrack.
He has no say.
He has no say. He's not here.
Have a vote.
So we'll go with option 1.
Fantasy Ball with Paul. Let's get our fantasy on. Talking about fantasies of the ball with all because it's Fantasy Ball.
I love that.
So that's number 1. That's number
I don't
1.
think I need number 2.
Oh no, you need number 2. Number 2.
Fantasy Ball with Paul. Let's get our fantasy on. Talking about fantasies on the ball with Paul because it's fantasy ball with Paul.
That's it.
That's the one.
Yeah,
Number 2.
that's not fair,
Can
man.
you get him a pirate filter?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah,
what is that
yeah.
style of
Put like a
music?
pirate face on him or something. Like
You
a
remember
fucking
a couple
hat,
of years ago
eye patch.
when that song broke out? That was like it's made in that exact same style. I can't think of the kind of
Sea
music that
shanty?
shit is. Yes, that shit exploded a couple of years ago.
That was from
one
Assassin's Creed or something like that.
Was it a song from there? Became
Yeah.
big?
Lever, Johnny Lever?
I cannot remember the name of the song. It's
I
killing
have
me.
no clue. You guys are killing
There
me.
was a huge. I was singing that shit all the time.
Wellerman?
Yeah,
Lever,
there we
Johnny
go. Yep.
Lever?
Yep. The Wellerman.
Oh, the Wellerman. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wellerman Co. Yo, that shit was the shit. You gotta look that shit up.
All right, so I mean that's so coming soon to our next episode. We'll have our official first fantasy
Fell down.
fantasy ball with Paul will kick off next week. We'll also have our Zamboner minute. We cut it tonight because we were going to do something for fantasy ball with Paul, but he got too fantasied with his ball.
Really big
So-
ball play.
That's it for this week. Next week we'll be back. We'll do our picks we'll do our super too early forecasting of what we think the Eagles are going to do next year. Or
Jamal,
this
get your
season.
pen and paper ready.
Get your pen and paper
I'll be
ready to see who Chris is defending. Chris won last year.
No,
Joe did.
No,
I
Joe
sh-
shitted on everyone.
I shit on
The
everybody.
year before, no, it was
I won the year
it was the
before.
Super Bowl year where Chris nailed it,
Yeah,
and he
Chris
was the only
nailed
one who said the defense was going to be good.
Nailed it. He killed
Uh-oh.
shit all the way around.
So with that, we say go Birds, and
Go
we
Birds.
leave you with this.
Go Birds.
Fantasy ball with Paul. Let's get our fantasy on. Talking about fantasies on the ball. All because it's fantasy ball.
I feel y'all.
The song gets them every time. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.